Weird. So during the coronavirus pandemic, do you remember the vaccine passports? Weird. What happened to them? What happened? Why don't they require vaccine passports anymore? Like we went to Canada and they did ask us for a vaccine. Remember they used to with the QR code. They did used to do that, right? When we went to the border, they asked you. They still asked you for the regular passport, but they didn't ask for the coronavirus passport. Weird. How come they stopped? No. How come they stopped using? They stopped using vaccine passports. I mean, when you go inside the country, you still need the regular passport, but you don't need a. You don't need to show your vaccine passport anymore. So how do they know if somebody doesn't have? How do they know if somebody has the coronavirus anymore? What if someone doesn't? How do you know if someone is not vaccinated? Like what about these anti-vaxxers that don't get the vaccine? They go into the country, right? When you go across the border of Mexico into the country, you still need to show your passport, but you're not allowed. But you don't. You're allowed to go into the country without. You don't need to show that you have the coronavirus. And how will people know? how do they check, right? In the X-ray, right? Remember they stopped. Wait, they don't require you to take off your shoes anymore. Remember? Yeah, they don't. It stopped for some reason. They don't allow you. They allow you to go through without any using. How do they know that nobody's carrying the bomb inside the shoes anymore? Is the technology better? Did the X-rays detect if it's a bomb now? I don't know, the technology probably did. They can detect now if you have the coronavirus now. Right, but right, there's less cases of the virus now. How many viruses are there now? But how do we know if there's still? Just because there's fewer doesn't mean there's still some coronavirus, right? There's still not that many, but there's still, right? So how would we know, right? How would we know people still have the if they don't require you to show your passport and a vaccine passport anymore? The vaccine passport. So I don't know how they do it, right? It's weird. The X-rays detect if you have the coronavirus. Question, right? Before they really used to take that cotton swab and they swab it on your nose. Right. So they don't do it anymore. They don't require anybody to have the vaccine anymore. So if nobody's required to have the vaccine anymore, I remember there was the face mask used to be money, not anymore. Not the coronavirus is just gonna go back again. It's gonna come back again. And then there's no more restriction. And there's no more any regulations or rules. So that's the question, right? Are they gonna stop the corona? That's why people are getting the coronavirus again, because nobody's there's no requirement anymore. It's weird. It's weird that before everybody was taking before now everybody is saying okay that's it. You don't need to we don't need to require passport anymore. We don't need to require vaccination proof anymore. Actually, you can just go and walk into like an MLP convention. Yeah, it doesn't require Christmas and vaccine proof. Isn't the coronavirus just gonna come back again now that there's no more restrictions? There's no more restrictions. I don't know, Reed, it's not really a wise idea, right? What's it gonna? If we don't need to, if we don't need to, we don't need vaccination anymore or vaccination. Why don't they just let people? Why don't they just let all the illegal immigrants inside the country, right? That doesn't make any sense. right? There's stricter rules. Donald Trump was stricter rules on the border. It says no more illegal immigrants can come in, but anybody is allowed to come in without the vaccine, without any vaccination or anything. People can just go inside the country without any vaccination. Right, we still, okay, so you still need a passport, you still need to go in and sign some papers, right, to get inside the country, but you don't need any more vaccination. What about the coronavirus, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like, so you can go in here without the, you cannot bring drugs or anything inside the country, but you're allowed to bring coronavirus inside the country. That doesn't make sense. I don't know, comment below. What do you think about that? Why are we still allowed to? Why do we still need a passport to go inside the country, but we don't need a vaccine passport, right? Right? Why shouldn't it? We should require both. Shouldn't we require both, right? Right? How do we? Okay, okay. So we have laws to find out if people are carrying drugs inside the country, but how do we know if they're carrying coronavirus inside the country now, right? There's no more vaccination required or vaccine passports required. How are we gonna know, right? How? Okay, so America is safe from all the drugs. Nobody can bring drugs inside the country, but everybody can just bring coronavirus inside the country. People can just cup on your face. Someone has the coronavirus, they can just cup on you and sneeze on you and put the virus on you, right? So we're safe from drugs, but we're not safe from coronavirus anymore. What? Right? How is that gonna work? If somebody has the coronavirus, how would you know if they're vaccinated, right? We can require people to. We still require people to use their passport, like the regular passport, right? Yeah, when we went to Canada, it's still cheap, but they didn't ask us for the vaccine passport anymore. So, how do we know people have the coronavirus, right? People can just go inside the country and go like that, and no one's gonna stop them. You can just cup on everybody's faces and nobody's gonna stop you. That's weird. So nobody's gonna stop you if you cup on people's faces. You can just go inside the country, no one's gonna stop you. That's not right. Wait, is the coronavirus is just gonna come back, right? For nothing, right? So the rules were for nothing. They were just there temporary. That's like you build a wall around your house, and then you take down the wall. The robbers are gonna go back inside the house. It doesn't make no sense.